Hello people, welcome back to the channel. It feels like forever that I've been hearing about Dhadak, the launch vehicle for Janhvi Kapoor and Ishan. This is based on an exceptionally good Marathi movie called Sairat. I've watched the movie but I've never watched the trailer. I pretty much know what the story is about and it was a very well made movie. I really enjoyed it. Both the actors, they did a really good job and I'm keen to see how they translate it into this launch vehicle for these star kids. Although it's a good story and the movie was very popular, this strategy does come with its risk because there will be instant comparisons with Sairat. So let's go and see what this trailer is like and will this be a successful launch for these two star kids.
मैं थारे लिए एक दिन बहुत बड़ी कोठी बनाऊंगा।
बड़ी कोठी नहीं चाहिए, मने मारा घर चाहिए, अपना घर।
एक दो तीन चार कैसे बताए क्यों तुझको चाहे यारा बता ना पाए बातें दिलों की देखो जो बाकी आके।
तेरे इंग्लिश आती है ना? इंग्लिश गाना गा के सुना।
पार्थवी नाम का मतलब क्या होवे?
बम जब फटेगा ना तो हम सब खत्म।
क्या बोला डॉक्टर?
हार्ट अटैक आयो है, कोमा में जा सकता है।
ध्यान रख। क्या नाटक करा है कल से?
कुछ भी तो नहीं।
मुझे देख क्यों नहीं रहा?
देख तो
ठीक से क्यों नहीं देख रहा?
फिर चोटी बांध के आई थी, मल्टी कलर पहन के आज येलो सलवार कमीज में आई है और बाल खुले छोड़े और कितना ठीक से देखो।
मधु, I love you। तू भी बोल।
बड़ी शर्म आवे।
शर्म आवे। एक लपट दूंगी तुझे।
I love you too।
जो मेरी मंजिलों को जाती है तेरे नाम की
बड़ी एक पप्पी चाहिए।
पप्पी? मतलब कुत्ते का छोटा बच्चा?
जो मेरे दिल को दिल बनाती है तेरे नाम की कोई धड़क है ना।
Here comes the switch.
गलती की मधु थारे साथ यहाँ आके। गलती की मैंने।
1 2 3 4 How do I tell you how much I love you? I will never be able to. You don't know. You don't know.
तेरे हाथों में हाथ बन जाए बात बलवाए तेरा नाचे झिंग 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 झिंग।
This was a great song in the original.
रोटी कौन बनाएगा? तू या मैं?
तू और घी कम लगाना, मैंने स्लिम रहना।
Okay, I don't want to be unfair to these guys just because I've seen the original and I liked it so much. The whole story in the original was very moving. You couldn't remain unaffected throughout all the things that were happening, whether they were the happy moments or the sad moments. It really moved you. And it wasn't just the performances, the setup, the interactions between the characters, all the circumstances under which the story unfolds. You couldn't remain unaffected, but this left me a little bit cold. And I'm just trying to think why that is the case. One of the things from the get-go that didn't really work for me was the characters speaking in Rajasthani.
तेरे इंग्लिश आती है ना? इंग्लिश गाना गा के सुना।
I don't think it came as naturally to them. It seemed quite forced. And Bollywood is always guilty of this whenever it is trying to introduce some regional dialects into the story. It never gets it right. If you are from Rajasthan and you are watching this video, let me know how close these guys are to speaking how a native would speak. But it didn't really sound convincing to me. Another thing that was really good in Sairat was both the characters. They seemed quite real, and the whole setup seemed quite real, and it was very realistic. And even though the canvas of the story was so large, the setup, the village, the school, or was it a college, you could really feel how personal it was, and you could imagine yourself in that. And I think they might have done an injustice by needlessly trying to make things grander and bigger. This scene over here, that was just a small well in the village. So the girl in Sairat was riding a Royal Enfield. I think they're riding a Suzuki Superbike. I didn't get a good enough look to know which one it is. And all of this seems a little bit superficial and unnecessary. They didn't really have to do that. The biggest asset of the original story, like I said, is how up close and personal you feel to the characters, and you feel a little bit distant from these two. I think Ishan's performance was better than Janhvi's. It's early days and this is their first movie, and one of the advantages of being a star kid is that you get multiple goes and you can refine yourself and you can learn the craft while you are in the movies. I'm sure they will improve over time, but Ishan seems more ready for these roles than Janhvi. I might be nitpicking here, but he seems a little bit too well groomed for the character that he is supposed to be. So he is supposed to be from a poorer family. I'm relying on what I know from Sairat. Not a single hair of his is out of place. I can understand this being done because this is his launch vehicle and he's supposed to be a lead actor in future. You really must watch Sairat and then you will probably understand where I'm coming from. I didn't feel as involved in this trailer, and I know that the story is really good. It's a really powerful story, and I can say it again and again. But you must really watch it to understand it. Definitely they have potential, and it seems like a well-made, well-crafted movie, but it didn't really do anything for me. So if you haven't watched Sairat and you get a very different feel from the trailer, do write it down in the comments and I would like to know that. I think I must go and watch the trailer for Sairat now, which I haven't done even though I have watched the movie, and put that up as a reaction. Let me know if you would like to see that. Write it down in the comments and I will put out the reaction video for Sairat as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and keep suggesting new videos for me. Thank you for all the support so far. Let me know what you think of these reaction videos, if you like them or not. I'm happy to receive any kind of comments. And I almost always reply to all the comments. If you are a handful of people whose comment I haven't replied to, write it down and I will reply to your comments as well.